Hello, good morning, everyone. So, welcome to the seventh semester. This is final year of for you. This time, I am fortunate to be teaching you the power plant engineering. This was one of the very favorite subject for me, and I would say it's very important for you to understand all aspects of power plant engineering because it plays a significant role in all our conversations in future as an engineer with your colleagues. Okay, so the basic terminologies, basic thermodynamic cycles, and many other aspects that you must be knowing while pursuing your career as a mechanical engineer in future. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy this subject. For this session, please remember we are having certain provisions for you. Whenever you have any difficulty in understanding the concept, just write it down in the chat. If you want me to repeat, I will repeat it for you. Okay. If you have any other concern beyond the subject, then also write it down. You can also mail me or write me on my WhatsApp anytime. Okay. So please just don't be idle. If you, try to be interactive. Ask questions whenever needed. Okay. If you think that I am speaking so fast, ask me to slow down. That is not an issue. Okay. And after all, whenever you are having any difficulty related to the subject, you can always reach us. Now let us start the subject content. So if you see power plant engineering, the word is not uncommon to you. Okay, so we are using electricity in abundance nowadays. Okay, and you might have observed that from last few years we are not having any breakdown in electricity grid. Okay, so we are having sufficient quantity of electricity production in force. Okay, so we have ensured that everybody uh, gets electricity, but this electricity is coming from somewhere. Okay, so this electricity is generally generated in power plants. Okay, so you might have seen many power plants nearby, so we will discuss related to working of power plant in this subject. Okay, so first of all, let us have a look at our syllabus, what we will study in the subject. So here you can see the topic followed by the number of hours for which we will study and the percentage weightage in the exam. So first of all, we will have some initial overview of the thermal power plant, what it is, why the subject is important. Okay. Then we will go in detail about various components of power plant, including the high pressure boilers, coal and ash handling system, draught system, steam nozzles, steam turbine, condenser and cooling towers, feed water treatment. After this power plant related to coal, we will go for gas turbines, which is entirely different kind of power generation unit, and it is being popular nowadays. Okay, then we will understand about nuclear power plants. Okay, then we will learn something about jet propulsion system, which you normally see in newspapers and many articles about jet propulsion, where rockets are being used for different purposes. You know, the space travel, even the jet engines are being used in airplanes. All right. So we will learn about some basics related to this. Okay. In the end, the last chapter will be economics of power generation. Indeed, I would say this is very important topic for all of you to understand, to participate in any discussion related to power generation, power distribution, or any other new policy that government imposes on us. Right? If you understand the economics, then only you will be able to comment on any of this. Okay. So apart from the 12th chapter and first chapter, the in between chapters are all about technical discussions, right? The 12th chapter is all about the overall different perspective of power plant. So you all should study that chapters very well. And this you will see number of times in your career or day-to-day your day-to-day life discussion. If you understand this better, you will be able to talk in more sensible way in future. So please be careful. All right. So from these chapters, I will be teaching you about the thermal power plant. The second two chapters are a little easy to understand, so we will take it in the lab. Okay, the draught system, condenser and cooling tower, then feed water treatment, nuclear power plant, and jet propulsion system will be discussed by me. Okay, the remaining chapter will be taken by another faculty. Okay, so in consolidation we will cover entire syllabus in this semester. Most probably majority of things will be covered online. So I want you all to be very comfortable and very interactive during the session, because initially it may be difficult for you to grasp the topics in online mode. So just don't go blank or silent while the teaching is going on. We will try that you understand all the concept very well. Okay. And as I have said, I am repeating. Please feel free to ask questions through chat. Okay. Now, one more rule for the session is that at any point of time, you must write down your enrollment number in the chat box for your attendance, because it will be considered by department for the future purpose. Okay. So this will be the mode of taking your attendance. You will write down it in the chat. But remember, this chat box main purpose is to ask questions or have a queries or interaction. Okay, so let's get connected with the power plant. What is power plant? How it looks like? And what is its main purpose? The main purpose we have already discussed. The main purpose is to produce the electric power. Okay, that power is being distributed to our homes. The power is being delivered to our industries, right? And now we are trending towards electric mobility, where now this power will be used to charge the electric vehicles also. Okay, so
Chickles,
the
girl. Chickles, girl.
many sources of electricity generation. We can have thermal power plant, right? We can have a hydroelectric power plant. We can have nuclear power plant, as we have already mentioned in the chapters of the subject. So in this chapter, we will understand about the thermal power plant. Okay, we will initially take a look at what is the global scenario in power generation. Then we will go a little bit in detail how this power is being generated, what are the sources, and what is the recent trend in this power
Chickles,
generation.
girl.
So in this picture, this I am sure that majority of you will find it a little familiar, because during this 20 years of your life you might have passed through similar power plant. You might have seen this big vertical tank like structure, the chimney, and a lot of smoke coming out of it, right? So
Cuckoo,
this
kajadu.
is a common structure of the thermal power plant. Okay, so in the thermal power plant there will be a big chimney, because generally coal
Hemu,
based
love
power
you.
plants are burning coal, and when the coal burns it produces smoke, and smoke cannot be left at the lower height. We want to minimize the effect of smoke on the human beings. That's why we are having chimneys, and through chimneys we are throwing the smoke at the higher height. So here, as you can see, we are having a chimney. Can you identify which one is a chimney? Because there are other two towers also. Okay,
Hey,
just give it
Samir.
a guess. Can anyone write down in the chat which one is the chimney? The color. Okay, so the one which is having a maximum height is the chimney. The red and white strips are made on it. Okay, so it is throwing the smoke out. Okay, the other two towers are the condensers. Means the condenser, in you know what happens in the boiler. In boilers, we are generating high pressure steam. That steam is being expanded in the turbine. From the turbine, the steam is brought back to a condenser, and in the condenser, it is condensed down. So, Rankine cycle, which you have studied in your basic mechanical engineering, okay, the first year, first semester or second semester subject, in which you have discussed about Rankine cycle and some initial portion of this power plant engineering. So you can easily connect it. If you cannot connect, don't worry about it, because we will discuss that in the upcoming slides. Okay, so this is the overall structure of the thermal power plant, and I am just highlighting few components so that in upcoming discussions you will not find it completely disconnected. Okay, so let us see here. This big two towers are the condensers. Okay, it cools down the steam back to a water. Okay, this component is your chimney. Okay, so when there is a chimney at the bottom, you will find the boiler. So generally, these two components will be your boiler compartments. Okay, so boilers will be placed here. From here, you might have observed this grid line. Okay, so there is something which is carrying the electricity to the grid, and in between there will be turbines. Turbines are generally not visible from the overall layout of the plant from outside. Okay, but these are the major components that you can see from outside the plant. So whenever you in future you pass by, just identify which one is condenser. These two big tanks. There is a chimney. Below the chimney, there might be a mostly near the chimney there will be a boilers. And if you follow the boiler line, you will also find out the turbines. All right. When there is a power plant, it needs to burn lot of coal. So you might observe that there will be coal handling system. Okay, so the coal will come generally by
Ah,
train.
hey!
The train will be unloading the coal. It will be stored somewhere. Then it will be again fed to the boilers. So these are the common systems which you will see in the power plant. So whenever you pass by the power plant, don't miss this opportunity to uh, uh, identify the components. Okay, so uh, people coming in. Okay, now I am going to a next slide. See, we have seen here the overall outside view of the power plant, which you might have seen near the Sikka or near the Banakburi or at the NTPC thermal power plant in the Surat. So in Gujarat, we are having many power plants, and I am sure that nobody is there who has never seen the power plant. So please keep your eye open and observe it. Okay. So this is again view with some cut sections. Okay, the same figure, but here we have seen the components little in detail. So here you see,
Ah, hey!
you can see let us start our circuit with the chimney. Okay, so when we want to trace back various components, the chimney is the most visible component. So here you can see the chimney. Okay, the chimney is getting smoke from the boiler. So this line is connected with the boiler. So this is a boiler component. Okay.
Jai
What
chola
is the
para.
purpose of boiler? The boiler's purpose is to increase, to provide high pressure steam, right? What we do with the steam? So this high pressure steam is fed to the turbines. So here you can see here 1, 2, and 3 are the turbines. If you want to identify the turbine in the diagram, okay, so if you come across any diagram where you want to identify the turbine, you can see in turbine what happens. In turbine, the high pressure gases or steam is generally getting expanded. All right. So here you can see the turbine's diagram is like a showing the expansion process. So whenever there is a turbine, you can see the turbine will be like the steam will be
Samir
entering at one
Jadhav.
end and it will be leaving at the other end. Okay. So here it is representative of the expansion process. The cross section area is increasing. The same thing you can see here. Here in this turbines, you can see the component is having little expanding view. All right. What is produced from the turbine? From the turbine, we are having a big shaft coming out, and that shaft is being rotated. Okay. So in the turbine, the mechanical energy is generated. What we do with the mechanical energy? See, here the main purpose of thermal power plant is to produce electricity. Okay. How do we produce electricity? You all know electricity is produced by generators. Okay.
Gorgeous.
What do we need for rotating the generator? Mechanical energy. Okay. So this mechanical energy is coming out of turbine. In thermal power plant, we produce huge amount of electric energy. Okay, it is in terms of gigawatt. Okay, So first, just for getting a better perspective, you can compare the power of your bike. What is the power of your bike? Any guesses? Can anybody answer? You can write down the answer in the chat box. I hope some of you are aware about the power that your bike produces or your car produces. So generally, your bike engine is producing 8 to 10 kilowatt of power. Okay. Any moderate efficient car is having a power output of 100 kilowatt, 100 horsepower. Okay, so it is roughly around 40, 50, 60 kilowatts. Okay, these power plants are producing energy in the range of gigawatts. All right, megawatts and gigawatts. So you can understand all the power plants are generally having a rating around 500 megawatt, 1000 megawatt, 1500 megawatt, right? So overall consumption of electricity is in terms of gigawatts. So the mechanical power required is really, really huge. Okay. So you can imagine the shaft diameter which you are observing here, maybe in the range of 3 feet, 4 feet, right? So this is a huge power being developed by turbines. All right. So this is the initiation. Okay. So let us take a break over here. And here you have understood the basic layout of the thermal power plant. In the thermal power plant, what we have a chimney. Below the chimney, we are having a boiler, right? So the smoke of the boiler is being thrown out in the atmosphere of the chimney. Okay. The steam of the boiler is taken to a turbine. The turbine converts the potential energy of steam into mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is fed to a generator, and the generator produces the electricity, which is the intended output of the thermal power plant. However, there are some side products. Okay, here you can see once the steam is expanded, it cannot be thrown back to atmosphere because otherwise you will need another quantity of water. So generally in thermal power plants, we condense down the steam once it has gone through the expansion process in the turbine. Okay, so that's why we are having these two bigger blocks, which is known as a condenser, where we condense the high pressure steam and bring it back to a liquid state. Once it is in liquid state, we bring it back to the boiler. So this is a water circuit. So the water goes to a boiler, converted to steam. Steam goes to turbine. From the turbine, the steam goes to condenser, where it gets converted to liquid, and again it is fed back to a boiler. So this is the water circuit. Great. I hope none of you are having any doubt till it. Yes, Deep. If you have any question, you can ask. Okay. May I continue? Okay. So now we are moving to the next portion of our discussion. But before that, I want to make sure that you understand these things from the course. The course is intended to make you understand different power generation methods, its economics, and the global energy situation. What is the current status in terms of electricity generation and electricity usage worldwide? Okay. You will be able to apply the basic thermodynamics and fluid flow principles for different power generation methods. So recently, we just completed the thermal power plant, all right? It is understood different components. So these things you will be understood, you will be able to understand in detail and apply your thermodynamics related skill in the power plants, okay? So this is our intention. The next is the analyze the thermodynamic cycle for the steam power plant and understand construction, working, and significance of various systems. So in the overview of this chapter, I have just told you about what is condenser, what is turbine, what is boiler, what is the exhaust or the chimney. Okay, so you will understand that part in detail in this chapter, in the upcoming chapters. The last is analyze the thermodynamic cycles for gas turbine power plant. Okay, you will be able to understand how it works in nuclear power plant and various jet propulsion systems. So this is what is intended to be understood